Hey guys, this is Greg, and I just wanted to go over the initial steps of setting up an account with Fundrise, a long-term real estate investment guide here. And I thought we'll start from scratch. We just started a new account. I deposited $50. It only takes $10 to start, and we're just going to go from here. When I say long-term, this is not something where you just buy and sell every day like a stock. This is something where you want to invest for the long term, like say 5, 10, 15 years, where you can see those investments come back, and really flourish. So that's what Fundrise is really about. And I've been looking at it for about the past year, just kind of investigating. They had a starter package last year that was, I think, more like a $500 level, and they kind of got away with got rid of that. I think it was maybe $100, but anyway, they got away with that and just kind of took the starter away until I think this past week, where they started allowing you to invest as little as $10 for an initial investment, and build from there. So I decided, okay, you know what, it's time. I'm going to start a Fundrise account. I'm going to put $50 in. I'm going to start with that $50. And every pay period, I'll put $50 in, or every month, maybe $100 total, and just see how it goes for the first year and document it on a per pay or every month basis for you guys on my channel, and see how it grows. Just be completely transparent with you guys so that you guys can see exactly how it is. Because if you're like me and have been on the fence for the whole year, this might help you. This might help you out. I'm going to try and show as much as I can here in my initial video, just to kind of get you guys accustomed to what this is all about. I do welcome you to start your own Fundrise account if you enjoyed this, and we can kind of just build together and kind of compare notes and see how things go. So like I said, this is the initial Fundrise page after you're done setting up your account, putting in your initial investment. I did set this up. This is currently Monday, and I set up this on a Friday. So from what I've seen, it takes about a week for that initial money to get into your account. So a lot of this is just going to be blank. I kind of wanted to do that just so you guys saw what it looks like. So $50, no net returns yet, because again, nothing's invested. We do see a lot of blanks, but we do see down here a nice little pie chart showing my portfolio of $50, and there's 25 active projects that I am going to be investing in, and the breakdown of core plus, value add, and opportunistic, which we will go into a little bit later. And again, on this first page, we do have the news feed. So as they make new articles or anything like that, it will show up here on that starting page. Again, down here, oh, hey, you're a Fundrise investor. Again, started on August 6th. Started on August 6th, and my initial investment was $50, and my active projects in the portfolio, 25. So we can see we'll get down to the portfolio in a little bit here. So we have the performance. Again, nothing showing up here. There's nothing here. My first investment hasn't settled. I have no annual returns because I haven't been doing this for a year. And my account value, again, nothing to show until your first settlement or first investment settles. So again, nothing really to look at. We'll go into the portfolio. As you can see here, we're in something called the interval fund, which we'll go into a little bit more detail in a bit. It's 100% of our portfolio. Anybody that comes in as a starter account is going to be in this fund. It's just where you're going to be put. So your initial $500, actually I think maybe first $1,000, we're going to have to check that out, is going to be in this fund, which offers you a little bit more liquidity. From what I've been reading, every quarter you're going to have a chance to cash out if you want, and it's kind of just for those people that don't want to invest or just dipping their toes in this, being able to find it out. We'll go into that a little bit more maybe in another video. But we do get to see the projects that are in here. They do show us a nice little pictorial of all of them. We got single family rentals, stabilized commercial, and there's 3 pages here of it. So single family rentals here and stabilized apartments. And it looks like they have a nice little map here They can show, okay, so I'm guessing it's either the yellow or the blue. It looks like $16 million worth is already going into this. We can view the details, which is kind of neat. You can see it's for value add and 16.1 million, and it's active in the Sun Belt region. It does show you how it's kind of broken up. So here's our money here. We're 90% of this fund with a growth E-REIT of 10% as well. The nice thing is it actually shows you when it was acquired, and they kind of give you an update about a month after, once they've kind of settled everything down. So it fits into our broader strategy to invest in affordably priced rental housing across the Sun Belt. And they kind of give you some examples of what things are looking like in the community. Now this looks a little rendered. It's not the actual houses, but I think these might be ones that are either being built or they kind of just have pictures there available. And it's really cool. They actually get to show you a map of where it is, and you can zoom out and kind of see where it's at in the country. So that's kind of cool. I mean, in Texas, in Houston. So that's always a nice little thing. So going back here, there is other things like opportunistic, which is right here. The opportunistic is kind of cool. This is actually one that is being developed. This is a plan for future community. You can see there's $16 million in here. And if we go into the details, it does show you that. So that's kind of cool. And we'll go back into this. And again, we can show it in a list form. We can show it in map form, which is kind of cool. We can actually see where all of the properties are that are being invested in this fund, and kind of see where everything's at. So that's kind of neat. So this Washington one, that is actually this. Oh, I'm not on the right page. It's the stabilized commercial. So it's an actual like distribution center. So think of like Amazon's last mile type delivery, or UPS or FedEx having their kind of last leg of the delivery for your products that you're ordering. So again, so if we go into this interval fund and we go into the fund, we can actually see our position and our returns, which again, nothing in there yet. But if we go into fund details, it'll actually show us, okay, hey, introducing the Fundrise Real Estate Interval Fund, okay, real estate fund intended to offer direct low-cost access to institutional quality properties. It's a balanced fund, national. It costs $10.84 a share right now, so that $50 that I put in will just be shy of maybe like four shares. Going in there, and it's looking at a current distribution rate of 1.62%. It does show the fund holdings in here and the breakup of each building in the fund, which is kind of neat. They do have a whole prospectus, which I'm not going to go over here, but if anybody wants me to kind of dig deep into it, I will. Just let me know in the comments down below. Well, we'll see if I have the time for that. So again, we'll get to see the transactions. Okay, so like I said, I started this on Friday, and it takes about 6 days. Business days, I think it's like 4 or 5 days. So this will come in on Friday, and we'll go from there. I'll probably try and make a video as soon as this deposits, just to see if anything changes, and then go from there. So we do get to have a news feed. You get to see the news feed that was on the first page. There's a help center, which looks kind of cool. Different various articles about Fundrise and the things like that. What is Fundrise? How do I contact them? How does it work? All that other fun stuff. The documents area is just kind of like your tax forms, your statements for the month, that kind of thing. Features. We can invite friends and earn rewards. If you want to join and help me out, I'm going to put a link below in the comments for inviting you guys. We both get 90 days of fees waived, which I think it's like 1% for the year. So 90 days, that's a quarter of your fund saved for the year, depending on how much you have invested. You can also set up automating investing, so like once or I think up to 4 times a month, you can set up a minimum of $100 per investment period. And again, it's a minimum of 100. So I'm not going to set this up. I'm going to just try and do $50 per pay period and just do that for the year and see how it goes. You can also set up an investment goal, which is later on if you have an IRA basic account, which we'll go over. And if you want to go into the Fundrise IPO. So eventually when this company goes public, if you put in for some stock with their IPO at a lower price, you'll have that for future growth. And eventually you can do some user research, but that's again once you exclusively to Fundrise or IPO investors. So once you hit that basic or higher level, which we can go over that really quick. What are your different kind of accounts? Again, the starter account, we're starting at $10. Once you hit 1,000, which I think this is wrong, maybe it's not. Once you hit that, you open up a few things like IRA, IPO, investment goals, things like that. Once you hit the core level, then you get to start putting money into the standard plans or direct investment into different kind of e-REITs. So it's not just the Sun Belt area. They have an East Coast, West Coast, I think a Midlands, growth, dividend type things. And then once you get up to this $10,000 plan, you can get into a little bit more different kind of plans, which for taxes, I don't know if I'll ever get up to this point. We'll see. But there's some different tax paperwork that you have to work with at this level, which I'm not going to worry about. You can look that up for right now, but we can go into that later as this portfolio builds. But like I said, we're going to try and just build from here. So if you have any questions, anything you want me to look at, anything you want me to research, I will try my hardest for you. Just leave that in the comments below. Please make sure to subscribe. Like I said, we're going to do this on hopefully twice a month. We're just going to go in. I'm going to be as transparent as I possibly can so that we can see it build and build together. I would love to see what you guys have to offer, and we can share and just build in this Fundrise adventure together. So until next time, take care.